Good evening. It's 9:16 p.m. on April the 30th of 2020. Why has only 20% of the oceans been mapped? Is there a reason why they haven't mapped out the oceans? I know that we have the technology. Is there something more to this? Is there? Is there a civilization living in the waters below? There's bound to be a reason. Do they think that it's not worth mapping out? They map out space, or they try. So why not the ocean? Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Why not the ocean? 20%, that means 80% of the ocean has not been mapped out. 80%. And people have traveled upon the ocean for hundreds, if not thousands of years on the oceans. Okay. And they've traveled upon land also. They have. And I think there's much more to this story than what meets the eye. Hello there, Susan B. and Apple Brooks and everyone. Hello. Let me come over here. Can you hear me? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to push this live chat going on you while we're going to get it going, is what we're going to do. Yes. Well, it's good to see you all too. Yes, Hortense, I think they do hide things from us. I really do. I think it's a really pretty picture they got right there. If we were to look at that like that, you all look at that. Why has only 20% of the ocean been mapped? And you know, we can pull up Google Earth, and we will. We'll pull up Google Earth. We're going to take a look at Google Earth also to see what it looks like from the Google Earth. Okay, we can do it. We can look. Let me close this. So this, look at all of these oceans. Okay, I think we're over here. This is all of the oceans. Really, there's more water than land mass. More water than land mass at the ocean. It's a rather odd shadow. It really is an odd shadow. I'm not supposed to be looking at the shadows, you all. I'm supposed to be looking at this ocean water. That's what we're supposed to be looking at, not the shadow, not the shadows on the water. We're supposed to look at all this water. Of course, there's a lot of cloud cover. Where is that cloud cover located? Oh, okay, it's up here, right at the top. Okay, right up there at the top. So a lot of it is water, tons of water. And you know, what's this in the middle of the ocean floor? See, there's lots of lines in the ocean floor. Look at this. This looks like there would be some type of a structure in the floor of the ocean. Okay, it looks like they got big tracks and stuff like that. You know, looks like some great big machine literally just went track, like a big army tank with one wheel or one track on it, you all. That's what it looks like. Have you, I know there's people who have looked at the ocean floor before, because it does look rather interesting. It really does. And it does. It makes a person think as to why they have not mapped that ocean floor, why they haven't. And let's look at this. This has a pretty good map on it too. This like earthquake 3D. I think this is earthquake 3D. We can look at this. Look at all of the oceans around the world, you know. And you know, they got great big cracks and stuff in the ocean. They got plate tectonics happening and all of that kind of stuff. They do. They got all of it going on. Let me make these things smaller. It's all going on all over the place. See, you can see that there really is something much more to it. And then what about that Bermuda Triangle? Okay, because the Bermuda Triangle, planes disappear. You would think that this area, there's no way it could be so deep that they could not find it. Okay, let's look at this Bermuda Triangle. And that's not the only triangle either. It isn't. Let's find the Bermuda Triangle. Now see, that looks close enough that they could map this area out and they could tell what's going on down here. Is there some type of a magnetic anomaly, something that causes these planes and stuff? Is it happening over here? Is there a vortex right here in the oceans? Is that another reason why they don't want to map the ocean floors? Because they got portals in the ocean. Okay, portals in the ocean, vortexes in the ocean. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, they got artifacts, they got sunken cities in the ocean. They got it all going on in the ocean. Now let's look at this. See, this is the maps of the ocean floor. And of course we got this like satellite that maps runs all over the earth and stuff. And you know, they can get all these graphics and stuff, all of this you all. So look, this is like a way that they can do it. These ships. Now let's think about this. These ships, we've got ocean liners, we got military ships, we got ships from all over the world, from every country of the world, and you know they got this type of technology. This technology right here, they could all map that ocean floor and they could tell us. Well, I think they have mapped it. I really do think they have mapped the ocean floor, and they're keeping all of that data to themselves, because I'm pretty sure if they can map, okay, look, let's think about this. If they can map if they can map, okay, let's do this. If they can map, well, this ain't a good thing, but if they can map the old growth forests, okay, if they can, well, they got an ancient underwater forest off the Alabama coastline. Well, I'd like to see that. How was the forest? They had an underwater forest. Did we already go to Alabama? I think we already did. Let me see the sonar map of Alabama. Oh, well, we can't see it because we're not privileged to see it. You know, they got sonar in the Amazons. Hello there, Amazons. AMA. No, I can't get it. I don't know what that technology is called, but you know what I'm talking about. They can use that to locate ancient civilizations. Structures. Okay, let me see. I just wanted to pull up an image of it. I did. If I knew how to write the okay, I do. I know how to write it. So, you know, they can find this stuff right here. A gigantic city hidden underwater somewhere. Okay, they got this stuff right here. They got the things that they can see from above. See, look like this. Researchers find a 3,000-year-old Maya structure larger than their something, you all. So they got all these structures that they have the technology to find. They find it on the land. They do. They find it on the land. And then look at this right here. So this is the eye of the Sahara right here. So what did this used to be? They got the technology. They do. They got the technology to find it in there, just like that. And they've got the technology to find it on the ocean floors. This is really interesting looking. Look at this. What are they saying? This is abyssal, abyssal. You know, it's a whole civilization. See, this is over here by Puerto Rico, the Bahamas. Puerto Rico and the Bahamas. And then we got this ridge. Like, what's down here in this ridge? It's got these sharp pointed rocks down here, you all. They got these canyons. They got these great big old things. They got it all going on. The mid-ocean canyon. They got canyons in the ocean. So really, I think they do. I think they have mapped more than 20% of the oceans. I really do. But I don't think they've told the people about it. That's what I think. That's what I think. The people have not been told about it, you all, at all. Like I said, they got some physical geology. We got these maps right here. And it looks pretty neat. It really does. So what's under the ocean? Ancient civilization, an ancient race under the ocean. Who lives under the ocean, you all? Aliens? Aliens under the ocean. I don't like to refer to them as that. Someone told me, Jeannie, you don't refer to the people who live under the oceans as aliens, or you don't refer to aliens as aliens. It's disrespectful. They're either the Andromedans or they're the Palladians or something. Please do not disrespect them by calling them aliens. And not, that's just a familiar word that is used to describe. Okay, and I don't mean nothing by it. I really don't mean any disrespect at all. I don't. None at all. Yeah, Atlantis. So look at this. So they got this 12 creepy photos. Why they say the word creepy? That might prove that underwater UFOs are from outer space. Okay, well, that's just an ancient civilization right there off of Yanagoni. So look, this is like the ancient... Millennium Falcon ship right here. This is in the Baltic Sea. It's called the Baltic Sea Anomaly, where this looks like a great big aircraft is underwater. So if we were to type in the Baltic Sea Anomaly, they'll have a lot more pictures of it. They really will. A lot more images. So look at all of these images. Now that does look like a spaceship, you all. It does. It's perfect. It's like a oval looking thing. It really does look like one. And, you know, if there's one, if this truly is, let's talk about this. If this truly is a spaceship underwater, it's not the only one that was ever made. It's not. It's not the only one that's ever made. Are they afraid to look underwater? Are they afraid to look underwater and explore more? Have they been given warnings to stay out of the water? It's like that show, Don't Go in the Water. Okay, so we can see it. See, it's called the Baltic Sea Anomaly Update. Right there. And so look at this. So we have this ship called the Ancillus. It's the ship used during the discovery. They saw stairs. Look at this Baltic Sea Anomaly. So this is under the ocean floor. And if you're just tuning in, only 20% of the ocean has been mapped out. That leaves 80% not mapped out. So that'd be like saying how much of the Earth, okay, how much of the Earth has been mapped? The whole entire Earth. That's what I believe. Let me wait right now. Let me just wait 1 minute. I think the map that we got of the Earth, I think we did a video on this. It probably got stuck in another middle of a video, that the map of the Earth is way, way larger than what we see. Okay, that's what I think that's what is said. The map of the Earth is much larger. They only showing us a little bitty fragment of the Earth. So look at this, it has a map in it. They found it right here, Finland and Sweden, right there. You can see it up there in that area. And it's 196 feet in diameter from one end to the other. And it's 4 meters thick, okay? So thick, so it is like it's like a frame. It is. It's got quarters in it, stairs in it, a bump, a frame, a rectangular frame with a hole, the height of a hill which the object would rest upon, and so the depth of the object, 75 meters. Oh my gosh, 75 meters. You all see, they found this in 2011 by the Ocean X team. So I know that there's bound to be, if with that being found like that, there has bound to be more. There really has got to. And I think there was like some skid lines, like a track. See right there, like a track, like it skid from above and just went, scooted across the ocean floor. What is that? You know, the Baltic Sea Anomaly, they found an anti-something. What did they find? You all, oh, but see, this is what they did not find, because you all did not get to find it either. We didn't get to find it because, you know, there's a lot of broken links, a whole lot. Excuse me, whole lot of broken links on this website lately. There really is. I've got to oh my goodness, I got to get a drink of water. Oh my goodness gracious me. So yeah, we've got all of this, and they've only mapped that much. Looks like a, what if that, is that a bubble? Is that a solid bubble over that, like a window bubble, or did somebody just do that? Oh my goodness. Now I'm coughing, and that's not good. So what is that? Can you see that too, you all? So why? So let's look at this. This is Ocean National Ocean Service. More than 80% of our ocean is unmapped, unobserved, and unexplored. Much remains to be learned from exploring the mysteries of the deep, from mapping and describing the physical, biological, geological, chemical, and archaeological aspects of the ocean to understanding ocean dynamics, developing new technologies, and unlocking other secrets of the ocean. NOAA is working to increase our understanding of the ocean realm. See, it is a realm. It's a realm all of its own. So it's the lifeblood of Earth, covering more than 70% of the surface, driving the weather, regulating the temperature, and ultimately supporting all living organisms. Throughout history, the ocean has been a vital source of sustenance, transport, commerce, growth, and transportation, you all. So that really is really, really interesting. They tell us all the sci-fi movies how they're going to discuss these things. I'm sure they do tell us how. I think that there really probably is another reason why they're not. Look at this. So this is something that was bizarre. What was this thing on Vox? Seven ocean mysteries that scientists haven't solved yet. Okay, so the Earth is mainly water. Only more than 70% of its surface is uncovered. The ocean in this light is like an alien world within our own. See, I think they're telling us right now what has happened. It is an alien world within our own. Okay, most of the creatures are still unknown to us, both in kind and in number, and their behaviors and adaptations remain inexplicable. Even the very contours of this world, they're talking about it being a whole different world, are still unmapped. And we probably know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the ocean floor. So don't you find that very curious, that is like that, you all, that they know. Yeah, and they're talking about plastic, and they're talking about how come whales beach themselves. Look at this. How can a human really be friends with an octopus? It's like interstellar travel. It's the closest we come to that kind of an alien contact moment is with an octopus. So, you think that octopus is an alien? Do they look like that? I don't really think an alien looks like that, but there was an octopus alien on Star Trek with the octopus face or something. And I think on Jack something, you all, Jack Sparrow, Star Trek, they had the alien, like this, kind of like this, you all. But let's see these images of the. Okay, well, they got this. We got the reptoids, the reptilians. We got the reptilians on there. We've got this octopus, Galaxy Quest, Thermian natural appearance. Okay, Thermian natural appearance. Really, now let's think about that. Really, what if these do live under the ocean also, you all, and that's their home under the ocean? Now, I am being serious about that. What if that is their home under the ocean, because they are an aquatic life form? They live in the water. They're water dwellers, and we're land dwellers, but they're water dwellers. They live inside the water. Okay, and you got the Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, and you got the Little Mermaid. And the Little Mermaid, there were kingdoms under the water. There really was. And if you remember Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and you said, the little boy said, Bed, take us to the kingdom of Nabimbu, or whatever it is. And they go down, somehow they go down into the water. The bed goes in the water where the fishes are and stuff. And there's a whole kingdom down there in the water. Okay, so I think there is probably life kingdoms in the water. I really think there probably is. Oh, wow, this is, see, look at this, you all. And these octopuses, they got arms and they got tentacles. Now, these are not a hydra, right? These aren't hydras. Yeah, see, these aren't hydras. But they're very interesting. And what's this one? Birthright. Birthright. The part one, birthright. What was that about, you all? That sounds really interesting. The USS Enterprise docked at the space station Deep Space Nine. So somebody's got a birthright. We got the Romulan compound, Klingon woman. I don't know who had a birthright. I wanted to see something about a birthright, but we didn't get to see it. You all, what are hydras? Hydras they look like octopuses. We actually caught a hydra. I think there were several hydras. It's kind of like a hydra right here. Look at this cartoon of Star Trek. Alien Explorations, a Star Trek. I don't remember this. Do you all remember this? Now look at this. So basically, according to science, octopuses are now aliens. Octopuses are now aliens. This is giving me a hot flash, you all. I didn't flip this over, and I thought I pushed the button, but I flipped it over now. I know there's a delay in it. There's a delay in it. So they said the octopuses are now aliens. See, look at this. This is a hydra can extend a hydra. I'm not saying this is a hydra, but a hydra can extend like one of its tentacles super, super far. And then it stretches and then it comes right back. So you have to ask yourself why. Look at this right here. Well, I don't know what she is. She's a green Mars being. Do aliens exist and will they like us? What is this, you all? Why are they talking about this? How did we get on aliens is what I want to know. How did we get on aliens? And why would they talk about aliens? I'm not going to read that because it's really long. This image, taken from Aliens, the Definitive Guide, shows an artist's concept of a massive, we're going to get somewhere maybe, a massive web of bacteria that could, in theory, harness energy from a planet's magnetic field. Oh my goodness, you all. Do we want to know about that? If they're showing us that, then is there really a massive web of bacteria? Now wait a minute. We got the plasma webs, but I've never thought of a plasma web as a bacteria. But they say, in theory, this massive web of bacteria could harness energy from a planet's magnetic field. What is that? This image, taken from Aliens, the Definitive Guide, shows an artist's concept of what birds or other bird flying creatures could look like in an alien world. Well, what if they're in our skies? They could be in our skies. They really could be. An alien octopus who has evolved walking on the earth. I know that'd be kind of scary, you all. It really would be. So that alien was supposed to, oh my goodness gracious. Now see, I've heard about this right here, the Dyson Sphere. Now I don't look, let's see this, you all. I know this is not the ocean floor, okay? It's not the ocean floor, but this image taken from Aliens, the Definitive Guide, shows a Dyson Sphere, a hypothetical structure built around a star to harness its energy. Oh, wow. That just clicked with me. It really did click with me, you all. A Dyson Sphere. A Dyson Sphere is built around a star to harness its energy. I heard one say that the moon was like a Dyson Sphere. That's what they said. The moon was like a Dyson Sphere. And it was brought over here, they said. The moon was. So could this be that? Could this sun? Let me bring this sun over here, you all. I'm trying to show this. Could this sun? So this sun is a star, and if a Dyson Sphere, like where was we at? I already forgot the place. If a Dyson Sphere was built around this as a cage to harness its energy, that would be wild, you all. It really would be wild. You know, we could, not right there, if we were to look at the yellow one, wouldn't that be wild to think that something like that was like wrapped around the sun? I think it really would be really wild. So could you imagine this sun having a Dyson Sphere like this wrapped around it? Now this kind of looks like all of those little bitty things that line up, they can line themselves up and make themselves long and or short. Okay, they can. Look at that. That looks really interesting. It really is interesting. I'm serious. That's very, very interesting. I never thought of that before, and I never knew what they meant when they said a Dyson Sphere, but now they say, and it's a structure built around a star to harvest its energy. Now we know that we've saw smaller things, not quite as big as the sun, that looked like they were tethered with an umbilical cord and they were perfectly round. You think that they were smaller, like Dyson Sphere, like ship things? Yeah, and something's there. We know they're going to the sun to get their energy, Okay, we know that, you all. I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. I really did get sidetracked with that. Okay, so then we're back to this web, this bacteria, hypothetically a massive web of bacteria that could, in theory, harness energy from a planet's magnetic field. Does Earth have? Earth has a bacteria harnessing around the magnetic field. Yeah, they just now said it. Bacteria can show us when Earth's magnetic field flipped. Okay, so bacteria showed us when the magnetic field flipped. Magnetic bacteria and their unique superpower attract researchers. In 1970, microbiologists. They publish bacteria reacting to magnetism, introducing magnetotactic bacteria to a wider world. For decades, tiny creatures. Okay, so where do they come from? They emerged on Earth. They evolved a couple billion years ago, increasingly abundant in oxygen. They reacted to iron. With the amount of iron dissolved in the oceans, okay, yeah, look at that. So yeah, so they got something like that, and yeah, so I never heard of that before, you all. But we're talking about these ocean mappings. Why have they only mapped 20% of the ocean floor? Why is it like 80% of the ocean has not been mapped? See, that is a good question. Why hasn't it? And are there beings underneath the ocean? Are there beings underneath the ocean? Because there really could be. There really could be. And they say that, this Falcon thing was under the ocean, you all. Right there. What? The world's oldest computer was found in a 19th century shipwreck. How did they know that was a computer? It looks like a clock thing that, you know, you could wind up or something. A technological artifact found in the wreckage of the Antikythera. 100 BC. Marines spotted at Guantanamo Bay in the late 60s. UFOs were spotted at Guantanamo Bay, you all. That's what they said. Incredible large period off of Mexico's western coast. Well, it doesn't really look like a large pyramid. It doesn't, you all. So this is convincing. Several huge UFO crafts entering and exiting off the water of Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico, you all. So if we were to type in Puerto Rico, let's right here. We can see where Puerto Rico's at. So they got these big UFOs exiting around this area right here. And look at Bermuda. So that's even closer too. I really do think that there is an alien civilization and or another civilization that's really not alien. Someone said, well, Gina, and they've asked us this question, what if we are the aliens? And they're not. We're the aliens and we're here on this earth and we don't belong on this earth because this earth, they were here before we were. Well, that could be. Could be, but you know, they got these UFOs in the water. You've got the Bermuda Triangle. You really do. You got the Bermuda Triangle is a vortex. Bermuda Triangle. See, look at this. Vortex hunters. They got a region of the northwestern Atlantic Ocean in which a number of aircraft surface vessels are alleged to have disappeared in mysterious circumstances which fall beyond the boundaries of human error and natural disasters. So yeah, we got these vortexes. Look at that, you all. And you know, if they go into the vortex, let's see, this is the top of the earth right there. No, that's not the top of the earth. That's somebody else. But they did say at the top of the earth there's something up there. You all look at this airplane into a vortex right there in the ocean. Now see, look at this. Looks like this is weird. You think this is a real photo? Mysterious disappearances in and it looks like it's a pyramid shape. They just totally disappeared. I think that they have been told to, I think they've been told to stay out of the ocean. Okay, no, that's the eye of whatever. Okay, yeah, that's what that is. Nuclear coast, and you got all this other stuff, you all. But yeah, see, what I have a problem with, I keep getting off my subject, is because I see things and it gets really interesting. It really does. So perhaps one day that they will tell us more about the ocean. Okay, they'll tell us more about the oceans. I guess when they feel that we need to know, they probably will. But as for that, you know, what's this? They got a ocean coming in better. They got some more mapping of the ocean. That's back in 2016. Look at that, you all. Defying some expectations. Let's see. Climate school dean. Decarbonize. Southern Ocean did not increase. Oh, well, I don't want to read about that, you all. I really don't want to read about that at all. I don't. I was just wondering why the ocean did not get explored. And I think that's reason why is because there's something under the ocean. There's UFOs under the ocean. And have you heard about the the Horn of Africa, how they had to send all their ships over there at the Horn of Africa, and it's really reported to be something else. The Horn of Africa. Horn of Africa. It's really They said the pirates, the Somali pirates or something, were getting in there, and they were, you know, getting on these ships and hijacking it. But really, right around in this area right here, the Gulf of Aden, that's the area right there. It's like big time UFOs down there, way down in the bottom of the water. I think they saw a vortex at one time in the Gulf of Aden. A vortex, a massive vortex, you all. Let's type in the Gulf of Aden vortex. Can I do that, you all? The Gulf of Aden vortex. Because I think there really is something in there. Okay, so we got one. So we've got a Gulf of Aden right here. Look at this. The Unveiled Secrets, Somalia, the Somalian pirates. See, around this area right here. I don't know what that means. Covetous. Oh, okay. They're talking about the vortex right there. The vortex that's right there, you all. See, they got one right there, too. See, it's spinning around in a circle like a whirlpool. See, look at this. No Gulf of Aden. Look at that. Right there in the sky. Okay, so I really do. I think that there is so much more. Is that where a Stargate's at? Is there a Stargate in the Gulf of Aden? Is that what happened? See right there, a Stargate with the Somalians. See, I think that that's probably what happened too. And every country in the world has their ships over there. They had their ships over there for the longest time in the waters. All the nations who had ships, who I guess went over there, they had their ships over there in the Gulf of Aden. And I think it's because there is a large alien base over there, Stargate. They found the Stargate. 25 U.S. soldiers rescued after their helicopter probably crashed in the Gulf of Aden. And they crashed because the UFOs, and because of that thing. The Navy says the crash was not a result of hostile activity. They were on a top secret mission, I think. That's what happened. And, yeah. And boom, look at that. Boom! There it was. They ordered the Mesa Verde, an amphibious transport ship. Amphibious, okay, that's what they did. So yeah, I don't want to look at that. I don't know how to read these things right here. What is this thing? These right here. I don't know how to read that. I'm sure there's people who know how to read that. I had a couple, one of mine's totally empty. What I think these are called houses. One of mine was like totally empty, maybe two of them. There was nothing there in it. And I thought, well, that's kind of depressing, have an empty house. But that's okay, you all. So let's really thinking. I really do think that there's something more to it. Okay, and you know that they said, look at this. They said that when they went over there in wherever they went, that they found a Stargate over there. And do you know that Barack Obama went to the Middle East, okay? A surprise trip. Was it Afghanistan or something like that? UFO. Let's see. To see a UFO. Yeah, here we go. Right here, you all. We're going to see this because he did. Oopsie, Gina. No, I don't want to go there. Look. They flocked to, the world leaders flocked to Afghanistan after a mysterious time whale was discovered. Did you all hear about the mysterious time whale? They're talking about a Vimana. It says, what caused... See, you had Sarkozy. Just listen to this, you all, because we didn't know nothing about it. They kept it secret, see. It says, a peculiar report by Putin's Russian Foreign Intelligence and Angela Merkel. Okay, we got Angela Merkel, we got Putin, We got David Cameron, we got Nicholas Sarkozy, and Barack Obama. They they went over on a U.S. military aircraft to the war zone in Afghanistan. Okay, they did, and they wanted to view the discovery by the U.S. military scientists of what is described as a Vimana entrapped in a time well that was already caused the disappearance of at least 8 American soldiers to remove it from the cave that had been hidden in the past estimated 5,000 years, you all. 5,000 years, and they got this Sanskrit in the Mahabharata. Okay, they got a Vimana photo. Where is the photo? See, they didn't show the photo. I guess they took the photo out. Okay, it was, let's look at this, you all. They say that it was single-handedly and secretly carved over 1,100 tons of coral rock. I don't believe that. I think that it was something so much more. I really do. Of a mana. You all, this page went blank on me. I don't want to allow it to do there. See, it went blank. I'm trying to wait to get over there. I really am. See, that's what they did. This story was breaking news. The ancient flying machine. Secret flying machine. See, they hid it. You can't see nothing about the Vimana. And see, that's over there near the Gulf of Aden area too. So Vimana in Afghanistan. Okay. So we can type that in because they're not going to show us. They're really not. Vimana in Afghanistan. And I want to see Obama with it. Because he was over there too. He really was. But they're probably not going to show him. They're not going to show it, but this is like a Vimana. Is this a Vimana right here? So look at that. Have you seen one of these in the sky, you all? When you looked up in the sky, have you seen something quite similar to this? Now, I know you probably haven't looked up in the sky and seen one of those because you might have, but that would have been in very pristine condition. It really would have. They had carvings. They're trying to say that this stuff is a myth. No, it's not a myth, you all. None of this stuff is a myth. They want to hide it and, make light of it. But why do you want to make light of something that has such a historical impact on humanity? Why would you even want to do that? Okay, you wouldn't want to do that. You don't want to make light of something that literally has helped humanity evolve. Okay, really helped humanity evolve. I wish I could see the, oh, here it is, right here. See, this is where President Obama had went here, and he stood up on this area right here. He did. And he looked at it. This whole thing, just in the stone. You think it turned, do you think it got turned to stone? Because I heard that the extraterrestrials or advanced civilizations of beings have the technology to turn things into stone and to melt mountains, okay? Totally melt the mountains with their technology, I guess, with their great big plasma beams and stuff. Well, Gandalf, he took his staff and then, Dawn, take you all and be turned to stone. And then boom, was it the goblins or the orcs, whatever they were, they were turned to stone. Okay, so yeah, there you are, Mr. Obama. You're right. There you are. There he is. Oh no, did you do that? I don't think you did that. Okay, this is what I was talking about right here, you all. So this is what they said was also over there. And there is truth. Okay, there's truth to a lot of this stuff. But here in the Gulf of Aden, there is really, look there, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is where the Queen of Sheba went to see Solomon. Okay, the Queen of Sheba went to see Solomon. Ethiopia was really a thriving, thriving area. It was. And then something happened. It did. So yeah, we've got most of the ocean not explored. And you know this is not that deep right here in the Red Sea that they could not explore that. They probably have. And this area right here that they could get on their boats and they can send their sonars down and they can get a pretty good images of what's there. And also over here in the Arabian Sea, they can do that. There's really no reason why they can't. What on earth happened to all of those clouds? Okay, they're still there. Okay, yeah, they can explore a whole lot more than what they did. And even in the Gulf of Mexico, I'm sure there's something down there. I really am. I'm sure there's something over here at Bermuda. I'm sure they know what's going on. And also at the base of a lot of these volcanoes, really. And over here where there's lots of UFO sightings, I'm sure there's so much more going on. And yeah, I'm making myself tired now, you all. I really am. But yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Why you only mapped out around 20% of the ocean's floor? Why'd you do that? Because you certainly could have mapped out a whole lot more, and you probably have. They probably have mapped out 100% of the ocean. Okay. And you know this, they can fly their satellites right over it and they can beam that stuff straight down. They can take really good images. Okay, they can. And so can the boats. And you can put that little sonar thing on your if you're going fishing. I had one too when we lived in Nevada. And it will detect the fish under the water. Okay, it will. So many feet down. They got such advanced technology to do that. Yeah. So I am going to go, and I want to thank you all for coming on here. But really, that's something to ponder. Why not? Why not explore more of it unless there's something there that you don't want the public to know? Okay, and it's only for certain individuals to know. So with that being said, thank you all so much, and thank you, moderators. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you all so much for coming on here. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Love you.